Welcome to this video on binding a collection to a WPF ListBox using ReactiveUI. If you're working with Windows Present Foundation, but want to create responsive and efficient user interfaces, then this video is for you. Binding collections to UI elements can be a bit tricky, but with ReactiveUI, it becomes much simpler. In this video, we'll explore how to bind a collection of objects to a WPF ListBox using ReactiveUI. We'll cover the key concepts and steps involved in setting up this binding. And by the end of the video, you'll have a solid understanding of how to implement this in your own project. To start with, let's talk about what we're trying to achieve here. We have a collection of objects that we want to display in a WPF ListBox. The catch is that this collection will be updated dynamically, and we need the ListBox to reflect these changes automatically. ReactiveUI provides a simple and elegant solution for this problem. The key concept here is the use of observables. In ReactiveUI, an observable is essentially a collection that can notify its subscribers when its contents change. This allows us to create a binding between our observable collection and the ListBox, so that whenever the observable collection changes, the ListBox updates automatically. To set up this binding, we'll need to follow a few steps. First, we'll create an observable collection of objects that we want to display in the ListBox. Next, we'll create a ReactiveUI view model that will hold this observable collection. Then we'll use ReactiveUI's bindings to bind the observable collection to the ListBox. One important thing to note here is that we don't need to manually update the ListBox whenever the observable collection changes. This is taken care of automatically by ReactiveUI's bindings. All we need to do is set up the binding correctly, and ReactiveUI will handle the rest for us. Let's use an analogy to illustrate this concept further. Think of the observable collection as a dynamic list of items that can change at any time. The ListBox is like a display window that shows these items. By setting up a binding between the two using ReactiveUI, we're essentially creating a live feed from the observable collection to the ListBox. To summarize, here are the key points to take away from this video. We can bind an observable collection of objects to a WPF ListBox using ReactiveUI. ReactiveUI's observables allow us to create dynamic collections that can notify their subscribers when they change. By setting up a binding between the observable collection and the ListBox using ReactiveUI, we can automatically update the ListBox whenever the observable collection changes. That's it for this video on binding a collection to a WPF ListBox using ReactiveUI. I hope you found this explanation helpful in understanding how to implement this powerful feature in your own project. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on WPF, ReactiveUI, and other net-related topics. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.